Hi, in this show I'm going to be discussing whether taking a break, taking a holiday, pausing your videos for a while will destroy your channel. Fact or fiction? Stay tuned and find out. Hi, my name's Danielle. Welcome to Creator Answers. This comes on the back of the official YouTube Creator Academy account recently posting a video saying it's myth busting, that apparently the YouTube algorithm does not punish you for taking a break. And that's had a lot of people sort of asking questions about that, because something we're told over and over by creator help channels is that taking a break is bad for your channel. So what's the fact? What is the reality? And the answer is a little bit of both. But let me give you a bit of background first. Recently, we've seen a lot of well-known creators, a lot of big channels complaining about burnout. We're seeing a lot of people, and I'm seeing it in communities, in groups all over the place, not just the big channels, are feeling burned out. And the reality is, growing a video channel, being a video creator, regardless of your platform, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or IGTV or Twitch, is tough. It takes a huge amount of time and commitment, and a lot of people aren't prepared for that. And it's also a bit of a grind. It's similar to a job, and unless you love it, it can be really tough on you. And even if you do love it, when you're doing it for money, it changes the dynamic, and so when you have to do it to keep your income coming in, then the pressures become even higher. So the reality is that running a creator channel, regardless of platform, and keeping a high level of output is tough. It's grueling. Make no mistake about it. And so, like I say, we've seen a lot of creators lately complaining about being burned out. We're seeing people take breaks, and people are worried that it's going to kill all the work they've put in over the years. Is that true? So the official YouTube creator channel published a video saying that it's a myth, the algorithm doesn't punish you, and everything is fine. I hate to say this, and I hate to disagree with a source that I trust and I watch all their videos, but they're only giving you half the story. And this is the thing. While it's true that the algorithm doesn't seem to hurt your channel, if you stop putting new videos out, that doesn't necessarily change how the algorithm treats your existing videos. So if you have a catalogue of videos which are getting a lot of traffic, the algorithm will continue to treat those the same way. However, the audience are a different story. So if you stop putting out videos, especially at a regular spot where your audience are used to seeing your shows coming out, and suddenly you stop putting shows out, very quickly you will see a drop. And I've seen this over and over and over on my own channel, on my friends' channels, on, well, pretty much everyone. And to use an example, two big channels that I follow have recently stumbled. They've stopped putting out regular content, so it hasn't had the response that their previous content has had, and their channels have absolutely been decimated. Their subscribers have fallen off a cliff, their engagement has flatlined, people have just lost interest and gone elsewhere because they're not getting their regular fix. And we've seen this in other places too. If any of you remember the famous writer's strike in Hollywood from about 10 years ago, there were a ton of shows that got destroyed by that writer's strike. Now, not every show went off the air. Some shows were already in the can and were able to keep running through the strike. But shows which were in production during that strike are never actually recovered. And that's because the audience move on to something else. If you lose that pattern, it's very hard to get them back. And here's the thing. I think the reason that they've put this video out to say that it's fine to take a break is from a health and safety point of view. And I understand that. They can't have creators burning themselves out, killing themselves, getting into health issues because they're exhausted because of YouTube. So they have to put these videos out saying health and safety first. And they're absolutely right. If you're burned out, if you literally have to take a break because of health reasons or because you're just feeling it as a grind, then yes, you have to put yourself first. Of course you do. And YouTube have to say that. They absolutely have to. It's responsible. So I totally understand why they have to do that. But it's also a little bit untrue to say that it doesn't harm you. Does that make sense? And so what do you do? That means there's a lot of pressure on us as creators to ensure that our content levels are high. First of all, it's not all doom and gloom. If you're taking a fairly short break and you miss a couple of shows and then you go back to your regular routine, that's probably not going to hurt you that much. It may set you back a couple of weeks of growth on your growth envelope. That's probably not going to kill you. But you take a month or so off, or you put out some really substandard content, which is obviously filler, your audience will punish you. And they're not mean, they're not cruel, but people have attention spans and people will just go elsewhere. That's the reality of it. But there are ways you can mitigate this. And what I do is I work quite hard to build up stock shows. I regularly have to take breaks from production. So I will try to get about 6 to 8 shows ahead or in the can. And some of the shows will be a little bit generic. I'll do holiday shows and I'll film something from a travel location, which I can use pretty much at any point. I can just drop that in there. And so occasionally you'll see shows on my channel, especially my video blog from a holiday that I took 6 months ago. And now I'm putting in a show in going on some rides in Disney World or some of my favorite restaurants or just some stuff which it's good content, but it's not time sensitive. So I'll keep those in the can for when I need them. Another really, really good option is just live stream. So if you're taking a break, you have to be somewhere else, jump on your phone and just run a live stream and advertise it on your channel. People will join. It hasn't even got to be long, 15 minutes or so, just chatting to everyone, saying, hey, how you doing? Keep people interested, give them a little update. That works really well too. I've done this twice when I've been away, once at VidCon and once when I was having some surgery and I couldn't put my regular show out. So I just did a live stream. One was from the hospital bed and people loved it. People loved that direct access to you. Yes, it is true. And I hate to say this, and I honestly am disappointed at the Creator Academy for saying it doesn't harm the channel, but it does. It might not be through the algorithm, but your audience does drift away if you stop putting out your regular content. But it's not, there are ways you can mitigate it, and it's not the end of the world. You can pull it back, especially if you use some canned videos and some live videos and some things just to fill the gaps until you can get back to your regular routine. That'll be fine. So that's pretty much it. What do you think? I'll hand over to you. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have you seen big channels take a nosedive because they've suddenly become inconsistent? Has your own channel suffered? Have you found good ways to take a break but still maintain your trajectory? Leave a comment below. I'd love to know what your views are on this. As always, like, share, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, hit a dislike. It's all good. Thank you so much for watching. Popping up on over there is the last video recorded, and below that is the one YouTube thinks you should watch next. Sometimes they're the same. Not my fault. YouTube did it, not me. Or maybe it was the cat. Who knows? I shall see you in the very next show. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!